Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. So today I am going to revise the Panchakosha theory which we have discussed in the class. So what is the relevance of these Panchakoshas according to psychology? So first of all, what is Pancha and what is Kosha? We have to understand. Okay. So Pancha is 5 and Kosha is, you can say, as chapters or 5 levels or 5 degrees. So this is a measuring term. Kosha is a measuring term. So in colloquial Sanskrit, we use this word kosha okay, we use this word kosha for pocket. Okay, so this Panchakosha, the word Panchakosha is actually used in what you say, Vedanta, in Upanishads. Okay, first reference to Panchakosha was made in Taittiriya Upanishad. So Taittiriya Upanishad is related to Yajurveda, and we were talking about what are Upanishads and what are Vedanta. Okay, the essence of Veda is called as Vedanta, and the primary source of Vedanta is called as Upanishads. And from Taittiriya Upanishad, we have taken this concept called Panchakosha. And what is Panchakosha talking about? Panchakosha is focusing on bliss, a kind of a happiness. So we all enjoy something. We all want something, irrespective of our situation, location, social background, or any other thing. Any living being wants something. Any living being, anything which responds is always wanting something. And that want is of bliss. It wants to be happy. For example, I can paraphrase that if somebody wants food, if somebody is hungry, I say that they are in want of happiness, which is provided by food. In the same way, if I want attention of somebody, I want the bliss which I can get of others' attention. Okay, I am not having that bliss, hence I want to have that. Generally, this is what happens. For example, when I am very hungry, which means that I don't have the bliss to have food at time. So I am always wanting something. And irrespective of their type of being, means whether they are human or animal or a plant or any other thing, this bliss is common. This want is common. They all want it. Nobody don't want bliss. It might be different at different times. For example, if a person is hungry and he ate his food, and after eating food, he will not again eat food, because food will not give him bliss at that time. After eating food, he might need anything, another thing, like he might want some pan for digestion, or he might want some comfort chair to rest his body for some time. So in that way, the sadhanas or the instruments which are giving you bliss might be different at different times, but we all want this bliss, and that is the definition of bliss. What is the definition? The thing which is desired by everyone, the thing which is desired by all living beings might be bliss. Okay, and now we will talk about the different levels of this bliss and how is that essential in understanding the psychological concepts according to Indian knowledge streams. So I am using one slide which is prepared by somebody else. It's not prepared by me. It is prepared by Holistic Accreditation Board or Society for Energy and something emotions, energy and emotions. So I have just borrowed this slide from them. Okay. So see, they have only picturized a human being here. Don't mistake that bliss is only of human. No. Bliss is of anyone who is responding. But the difference will be that humans can express and experience and express all levels of happiness, all levels of bliss. Are you getting me? Human beings are the only beings who can experience and also express all different levels of happiness. And now we shall just name what are the different levels, and also we shall take one case study, one case, and talk about what are the different levels of bliss of that particular personality, and we shall see how he can elevate himself, or why is he in the same place for a longer time, and so on and so forth. Before entering into that part, we shall first know what are the names. The names are Annamaya. So generally we use the word Anna for food, and this word Maya means which is actually made of that. For example, I can say that my ring which I am wearing to my finger is Suvarnamaya. This ring is Suvarnamaya, I can say, which means that Suvarna is gold and Maya is totally filled with, made of. So this ring is made up of gold. That's what it means. Okay. So the literal meaning of the word Annamaya is which is made up of food. But there are many other meanings which are involved. So Annamaya Kosha is representing the physical body. Physical body. Okay. Our body. It's actually related to the body. Not only our body. For example, if I say that a plant is a being, then the whole plant, the ingredients or the constituents of that plant, which are physical, which are called materials, all come under Annamaya. Okay. And we are actually making these classifications according to the happiness, according to the level of happiness. So the level of happiness or the happiness which is perceived by the body might be called as Annamaya Ananda. Annamaya Ananda, it might be called. For example, I am very hungry. I am very hungry. How will I know that? I know that I am hungry because there are some reactions happening in my stomach. And my stomach, in that place, whatever is happening is perceived by an instrument of knowledge which is called as Manas. And it is telling me there is some uneasiness in your stomach. So generally, if you eat something, that uneasy experience will be gone and you will be easy. Being easy is happiness. Being uneasy is unhappiness. Okay, we all strive to be easy. Okay, we all strive to do that. To be easy, we'll do anything we want, isn't it? So, according to this definition, the absence of dukkha might be taken as sukha. We are happy when there is no dukkha. That is how we respond. If somebody asks you, how are you? You say, I'm fine, which means that I am not into any sorrow. I am not experiencing any uneasiness right now. That's what it means. Okay. Did you understand till now? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
So there are some latecomers also. Yeah, there are some latecomers. They have to understand that today we are discussing about, we are actually revising about the concept called Panchakosha. And I shall also describe a small part of the assignment today. I'm actually trying to write that down somewhere. I'm not getting the time to write that down. So soon I will give you that assignment. It will be open for 15 days, 1-5. And it will complete all the 40 marks for the assignment. So, and after that, I will also discuss what will be the end semester, how will be the assessment and all. Okay, now I was in Annamaya. Annamaya is actually the peripheral space of yourself. So the kosha, Panchakosha is actually classifying yourself according to the different levels of happiness you experience. And I was taking an example of being hungry and eating something. When you are really hungry, there is some uneasiness in your stomach, and your manas, which experiences and which communicates everything inside, lets you know that there is something uneasy in your stomach. And according to your previous experiences, whenever you are eating something, that uneasiness is going, and not being uneasy is happiness. Not being uneasy is happiness. That is why we call that as dukkha bhave sukhi samvruttoham. This is a Sanskrit expression. Dukkha bhave sukhi samvruttoham. I shall write that in the chat box. Okay, can you see? Dukkha bhave sukhi samvruttoham is the expression that we have in Sanskrit. Yeah. Which means that sukha can also be defined as the absence of sorrow or the absence of uneasiness. And if the absence of the uneasiness is in your peripheral space, yourself, when you are relating yourself to the material, which is called as body. See, for example, we relate ourselves with our body, with our things, with your own belief system. You will also relate yourself with your manas, and yourself is there. The purest form of yourself is also there. But we also relate ourselves with different elements. Like if I can smell better, I say that I am smelling something. I have the ability to smell something good. Okay, that is how we have to think. And according to this explanation here, everything which is related to your body, all the systems which are related to your body only, is called as Annamaya. And the happiness you get by eating something when you are hungry, that happiness is actually to your Annamaya. In the same way, when you are working out, like going to the gym regularly, following a diet regime, and you are building your body, you see the muscle which is attached, which is growing. Then what kind of a happiness is that? The first level of happiness is that your body is growing. So it is related to your body. I can say that it is Annamaya Ananda. There are other levels of Ananda also involved there. And in all the situations, we cannot relate that Ananda to only one level. There might be different levels of Ananda. We will go through that slowly. And the second level of Ananda is called as Pranamaya. The second kosha is called as Pranamaya kosha. And the second level of happiness. The second level of the happiness. 1 minute. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. So the second level of Ananda can be related to the Pranamaya kosha. So the prana means energy. See, once the energy which is called as prana leaves your body, you say that he is dead or somebody is dead. When the energy is entering the body, we say that he is born. So activity is actually related with prana. Any activity. For example, now I am talking. So I am using my brain. I am recollecting something. I am using my skill. I am using my body. I am using my hands. I am using many things. I am also creating some PPTs. Okay, all these kinds of activity is because of the prana. Okay, so they have given different names to those things. If you know them, it is good. Otherwise, you can just take that as energy. Okay, yourself, which is related to energy. What will we do with energy? We use energy to respond. We use energy to do something. Okay, always activity is related with energy, and the happiness you gain out of doing something, out of activity, it can be related to Pranamaya kosha. For example, I am teaching you all, and there are around 24 students in this class. So it is an activity, and it is also my ability. The Ananda or the happiness I get in this level is because of my ability. So when there are 24 students in my class, it proves that I have an ability to teach. Hence, myself, which is able inside, is actually very happy now. It will be more happy when you actually switch on the camera also. But nevertheless, I am happy now. So that happiness which I get out of my ability will be related to the Pranamaya kosha. This is the second kind. And I don't say that always Pranamaya is superior to Annamaya. For example, if I am very, very hungry, the uneasy level, the level of uneasiness is more than the level of happiness which my ability might give. For example, I might be a very good orator. I might be a very good counselor. I have many thousands of hours of video content with me, but all those things might not give me very happy or make me very happy when I am really very, very hungry. I didn't eat for the whole day. Just assume. I didn't eat anything the whole day, but myself, my ability to talk or communicate or manage will not make me really happy until I eat something. But if we measure the The happiness which I get through my Annamaya is always momentary. It will not last longer than the happiness I get because of my ability. For example, you are hungry, you ate something. So how much time will that happiness last? That happiness is only the happiness which you get out of eating something is only for a momentary. When your hunger is down, when your hunger is what you say, when you ate something and now you are not hungry, then that happiness is irrelevant for you. The happiness of eating is irrelevant for you for that time. In the same way, when you are building your muscle, how much time will you enjoy actually by seeing your muscle? See, when you are actually building your body, you will go through a lot of pain. But the happiness which you will gain after building some muscle is more than that pain. That is why you are going through that. But it is also not very long lasting, because you will only relate yourself to your body for some time. But there are other levels of happiness when you are actually building your body, and you built your body. That is related to your Pranamaya Kosha, your ability to work out and build muscle. So the happiness you get out of that is more important than your Annamaya Kosha happiness. Hope you have understood this. At some moments, in some moments, Annamaya Ananda might be very, very important for you. It is like what you say, your existential happiness. Without that happiness, which is called eating something, the happiness you get out of eating something might be something related to your existence, but it is not a long lasting happiness than the Pranamaya happiness. Okay, did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
For example, I can give you an example of a pilot. Okay, driving a plane is very, very dangerous. It can actually kill somebody very easily. Why? If a person is falling down from that height, greater height, there is no way that he will live. But he is adventuring. He is putting that body to the stake every time he is taking off. Why? To get the other kinds of happinesses he want to get in his life. So, which is indirectly stating that the Annamaya Ananda is not the most superior happiness, but there are other levels of happiness. So this is the second one. So any happiness you gain out of your ability will be related to the second kosha, which is called Pranamaya Kosha. The third one is called as Manomaya Kosha. So Manomaya Kosha is emotion, feeling, likes, dislikes, fears, phobias, all these things come into your Manomaya Kosha. We were talking about Manas extensively. So Manas is the instrument which is enabling you to understand anything inside. So you can easily classify yourself into two: inside yourself and outside yourself. Outside yourself means when you are perceiving something which is not inside. Like when I am perceiving this laptop, when I am perceiving the screen, when I am perceiving your movements, when I am perceiving your something. Okay. So all these things come into Manas. So Manas enables Kshamita. So all these things, whatever you are perceiving outside, will be your Indriyas, the sensory organs like your chakshu and all. And that is outside you. It's not inside you. But when you are feeling that I am sad, I am happy, he is cheating me, I am reasoning, I am making a decision, and all these feelings, emotions, whenever you understand, it is because of the manas. And the happiness you get because of that is called as Manomaya Ananda. So there is one factor in Manomaya. In each and everything you have a factor. So anything which is related to body is Annamaya Kosha's Ananda. Anything related to your ability will be your Pranamaya Ananda. And whenever you are growing, for example, my son is growing. If I recognize that my son is growing, means his body is growing. He is healthier. Okay. He is playing good. When I perceive that, I am happy. Why am I happy? If my son is actually growing and he is playing well, why I am happy? Because I am relating myself with him. So the relation, when you are expanding yourself emotionally, for example, when India is playing cricket or hockey match, we are very happy. We feel that we are only playing in that stadium. We might not feel that when we see a match between Liverpool and other private team. We will only relate to a national team, even though the team is actually owned by BCCI, and BCCI is not India. It's not totally India. It's just an institute in India. But even though we made a relationship with those players who call themselves to be Indian cricket team. Are you getting me? So when India as a team in the cricket match is winning, we enjoy it. We feel that we ourselves are winning something. Okay. And that kind of a happiness we get because of growing will be of Manomaya. And this Manomaya Ananda is sometimes superior to Pranamaya. For example, I have a son and we are playing cricket. Okay, we are playing cricket with others. Just assume. So I have a very good skill in playing cricket. Okay, actually, nobody can easily means dismiss me, make me out by bowling. Okay, I have good skill in batting. Just assume. Now, when I am playing cricket with my son and his friends, I will try to get out. I will try to get out. In the beginning, I might show all the skill I have, but after some time, I might try to get out. Why? Because I like my children and their friends, and when they assume that they have bowled me and I'm getting out, they get a lot more happiness. And that happiness which is experienced by them, I have more priority for that. I will give more priority for that rather than my skill. I have that, I know that I have some skill and I'm enjoying that skill, which is Pranamaya Ananda. But even though I will not stay in that same level of Ananda for a longer time. Why? Because I am in a state to leave that level of Ananda for a next level of Ananda, which is called Manomaya. When these students and my son and their friends are assuming that they have bowled me and I am going out of the field, I relate with them and hence I enjoy it more. Even though literally I am getting out, which means that I will not bat hereafter. But also, even though the happiness of my children and their friends is more for me, which is called as Manomaya Ananda. And this Manomaya Ananda is greater than Pranamaya Ananda in some terms. Okay, in the same way, we can also analyze that Pranamaya Dukkha is superior than Annamaya Dukkha. And Manomaya Dukkha is superior than Pranamaya Dukkha. Manomaya Dukkha, what is Manomaya Dukkha? Manomaya Dukkha is the sorrowness, the sorrow or the sadness or the uneasiness you get because of knowing that your growth is limited, or when you know that people whom you think as yours are deceiving you, or when there is some loss to the people or the things which you believe that they are yours, then your Manomaya Dukkha is activated. Even though you are very able, you have lot of abilities at the same time. For example, somebody lost his parents. He's a great pilot. Right in the middle of the air, he is driving a pilot, a plane. Okay, even though he is a very able person, he might be depressed at that particular moment because his parents are gone. His parents are no more. His parents are those entities which he related the most. Hence, this Manomaya Dukkha always dominates the Pranamaya Dukkha or Sukha. See, Pranamaya Dukkha or Sukha, both are dominated by Manomaya Dukkha. Are you getting my point? Yes, Sarthak, Ghanisha.
Sir, can you give one more example how it's a combination of both? I'm a little confused.
Little confused. See, the Pranamaya Sukha is because of your ability.
Right.
So here the pilot has the ability to fly the plane. He is a pilot. In between, he knew that his parents are no more. In between, see, when he's flying a plane, he got a communication from his higher authorities that his parents are no more. So what will happen? Even though he is enjoying his ability to fly, he is enjoying because he has that skill to fly. He is enjoying it actually. And all the entire crew is behind him. They are ready to take his orders. He is very happy in that position. But in that time, if he knows that his parents are no more, he will be experiencing the Manomaya Dukkha. What is Manomaya Dukkha? Manomaya Sukha is that when you are growing yourself, when you are relating yourself with many things. Growing means emotionally. For example, if I bring a small puppy to my house, I will be very happy. Why? Because I am understanding that this puppy which I bought just now is related to me and my family. So I'm growing. The emotion is growing. Hence I am happy. But in our previous example, when the pilot's parents are no more, he hears that his Manomaya Dukkha is predominant. It is dominating the Pranamaya Sukha also. That's what I want to make a point. Yes, Sarthak, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. We understood there is a sort of hierarchical structure where Manomaya Dukkha can overpower Pranamaya Dukkha. But I want to know regarding the pilot story. Do you think that when he's flying a plane, even after many years, he will still experience the Pranamaya Kosha because of his ability.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he
that
will.
become sort of routine? Like I drive a car or a bike, uh, I am happy driving it, but I don't consciously think about it.
You might
So
not consciously think about it till somebody asks you, till somebody analyzes. For example, when you're in a what you say, a session with your client, when you're assessing him, till you ask some questions, the client might not even be aware of those things. Being aware of something is different from the reality. Actually, is he experiencing or not? Are you getting my point?
yes,
Even though we have a muscle memory of driving something, but that driving, the ability to drive itself will give you a lot of energy, means a lot of happiness.
okay,
So when he knew that his parents are no more, even though he is in an elevated position of experience, but he suddenly drops down because the Manomaya Dukkha is dominating him at that time, at that particular time. You should understand. We'll again come back to this example after we discuss about Vijyanamaya. And the Vijyanamaya, what is Vijyanamaya? Vijyanamaya is your wisdom, higher mind, inner conscious. Means that the intelligence you have inside, the planning, the key word for Vijnanamaya is planning, decision making. Okay, for example, right now the stock market is very low, and a very good stock market analyst might buy something right now when the stock market is very low and yields the profit when it is at the zenith. And he gets an ananda when he is at his zenith. And that ananda is related to your Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is called as Vijnanamaya Ananda. It is because of your intelligence. The ananda you possess because of the intelligence. Planning. When you are forecasting something, when you say that this person might become a very great musician, after 5 years, when he is becoming a very great musician and getting the Oscar award, on that day you feel an ananda. That ananda is related to your Vijnanamaya and your Manomaya, because you have related yourself with that particular singer or instrument player. And in the same way, your plan or your forecast or your decision is true. Your intelligence is proved to be true. That is giving you the ananda. So, see, Kameshwari is having a very good question here. Sir, but it is also his ability to think and plan. So, it is different than Pranamaya? She's asking me. Everything which is related to your ability comes to Pranamaya. But it is only one ability, which is inner ability to plan, higher ability to think, intelligence, which is called as Buddhi. That part is given to Vijnanamaya. Because this Pranamaya, the abilities which are external are different from the abilities which are internal. Okay, when you are using the ability to the external growth, then it might be related to your Pranamaya. And I don't say that whenever you are thinking, planning, and deciding something, there is nothing related to prana. I don't say that at all. I will also say that in all the levels, you need everything. When you are actually planning, don't you need your body? Don't you need your energy system? Don't you need your emotion? Even when you are planning, there is some part of emotion there working. When you don't feel that particular area is related to you, you will not actually use your intelligence there. And to feel that it is your area, you need your manas. Okay, to relate with that. So when I am saying that there is Vijyanamaya Ananda, it doesn't mean that there is no Annamaya, Pranamaya and Manomaya Ananda. The predominancy is more of Vijyanamaya. That's what I say. And we'll come back to the example which we were dealing of a pilot. So a pilot has a very good built body. He's really very happy with his body, because his body is now used to do the most important thing in that particular time. And whoever is related or boarding his own plane, they feel that pilot is the god. So that is only because of his body. So he's having that Annamaya Ananda. He has the ability to fly the plane. So he has the Pranamaya Ananda. And suddenly there is one Manomaya Dukkha for him, that his parents passed away. And if there is no intervention, he might fall into depression instantaneously. Soon when he hears that there are no parents for him hereafter, he might be very, very depressed, and the depression might lead to devastating situation when there is no intervention. Okay, but generally a pilot will not fall down too drastically. So why? Because he is using his intelligence. He is using his intelligence to deal with that particular situation. And the Ananda he gets, the bliss he gets because of using his intelligence. Okay. That is because of the Vijyanamaya Ananda. Please understand this. Even though his parents are very, very dear to him, he is intervening and training himself not to go into the depression, because it might lead to a devastating situation that all the people who are boarding or who are aboard that particular plane will die if he is totally into the depression. So what is he doing? He is using his wisdom. He is using his intelligence, and he is telling to himself, hey, don't worry. Your parents are very old, hence they died. Okay, don't worry at all. You should focus on what you are doing right now. If you don't focus on what you are doing right now, it might lead to a very bad situation, which you will not want. Okay, that is how he trains himself, and that training or that Ananda which he gets, it is called as Vijyanamaya. Did you understand this example?
Yes.
So the last one will be the Anandamaya. Anandamaya is only Ananda. It is full of Ananda. There is nothing else. And this level of Ananda is the purest form of Ananda we have. And we enjoy this kind of Ananda whenever we are getting a very deep sleep, sound sleep. There is no other disturbance at all. That state is called as Sushupti. And every day, most of us go into that state and experience the purest form of bliss. And this level of Ananda is the most elevated level of Ananda, which exceeds all other Anandas. Even the Vijnanamaya Dukkha, for example, we are planning something for a long time and it didn't happen. Okay. For example, we were planning to get the independence at 1857, in the year 1857. Okay, so that's what we are reading in the newspaper. Sorry, yeah. So that level of Ananda is dominating other levels of Ananda. So that is why whenever our planning is also mistook, misfired. Some people go down into the level of depression, and they will not talk to anyone, and they might develop other psychological issues also. But some people who are indulged in anusthana, in regular meditation and regular study upon himself or consciousness, and people like them, they will not fall down to that situation. They will actually stay as it is, because they are in a state to experience this Anandamaya Kosha's Ananda, the Shuddha Ananda, or the continued bliss. Hence, they will not fall down. Okay. So, did you understand this also? Anandamaya's Ananda, Anandamaya Kosha's Ananda? Sarthak, Ghanisha, and others?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So I shall end this session here, this revision, small revision session. I will also share this video with you. You can go through and tell your friends also to go through this, because the third assignment will be on the Panchakoshas only. Okay, we shall end this session with a small Mangalam. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. We shall meet again tomorrow, 9 a.m. Bye-bye.